I-beam for Asset Project Management. This session covers creating RFIs and is intended for our vendor users. First-time users are encouraged to view the first-time users video by visiting the link listed in the description of this video prior to watching this session. In this session, we'll cover viewing drawings, spec book, and reports, submitting RFIs, and what to do if an RFI is sent back to you for clarification from the Avalon Bay team. We'll start with viewing the drawings, spec book, and reports. The drawings, spec book, and reports are added to the system by the architect. As you can see, they're sorted in folders for you here. Let's go into the system and take a look. Within your Project tab, come to Document Manager. Click the twist arrow to find Documents. When you click on the document folder, you'll find them sorted for you here within the center pane. You can expand the drawings or the spec book. When you do this, you'll notice that they've been sorted for you by folder. You can click on the folder and find whatever information is within. Now for submitting the RFIs. RFIs are created by the contractor. They then come to Avalon Bay to review. If the Avalon Bay project team has a question, they may be sent back to you for revision. We'll cover that a little later. Once they come to Avalon Bay will decide whether it needs to go to the architect or to the third party. If it does go to the third party, the architect will also review it. From there it comes back to Avalon Bay, and then you'll either receive an email or you can go back into the system to find the response. Let's take a look at how to create one within I-beam. Still on our Project tab, we'll come down to Construction Field BPs, Submittals and RFIs, Requests for Information. Here you can see they've been filtered for you by closed or open RFIs. You also have the ability to click on any of these headers to resort the information. When we scroll across, you're able to see the status and the ball in court to know who the record currently resides with. Within the system, you're always able to look up written instructions. You can do this by clicking on Help, Request for Information Help. When you click here, a PDF will present itself. Once you have the PDF up, utilize the bookmarks so that you can go to the proper section. For example, right now, we're creating a new RFI as a contractor. This document is 26 pages long, but pay attention to the audience for each section. To go to our proper section to create a new RFI as a contractor, we'll click here. Should this record be sent back to us for revision and you'd like to see the written instructions, you can simply click here. Now we're ready to enter a new RFI. To do this, we'll come up to the New button and click New. Here in our Request for Information record, you can see that some fields are gray. Any field that's gray, we're not able to edit or influence. Any field that's white, we're able to complete, and any field with a red asterisk is mandatory. To expand the upper form, we'll click right on the tab name. The first field to complete is the subject. Next is the AE review due date. If a previous RFI had been entered and we're referring back to it, we're able to select it by clicking this button. Next is the cost impact. We may not know what that is yet, or if it will even apply. In the next section, RFI references, we can enter the drawing number, spec section, and other references. For our example, we'll only enter the drawing numbers. Continue to scroll down, and now we find the place where we can list our question. Notice that it says the section provides the question and answer. Please place your initials next to your comments. Enter as detailed information as possible. Now we can see where the architect will enter their recommendation and where Avalon Bay will enter theirs, as well as the third party if applicable. The only thing we haven't done yet is provided attachments. To do this, we'll come up to Add Attachment. Click Add Attachment, My Computer. From here, we'll click Browse. Now you're able to search the documents within your computer to attach them to the record. If you have more than one, you can click Add Row, click Browse, and add that one as well. When you're finished, click OK. We see that 2 files have been loaded successfully, so we'll close this window. And now we can see them reflected here in the Attachments tab. To submit this record, we'll click on Action Details, and as you can see, there's nobody specified at this time. So we'll come up to our Workflow Actions and click To AVB. As soon as we choose this workflow action, you can see that the record is being sent for AVB review and who it's being sent to. Now we're ready to click Send. The request for information has been submitted successfully. So now you've submitted your RFI, but what do you do if the RFI is sent back to you for clarification? When the RFI is sent back to you, it creates a task within the system and you're notified by email. The email will say Request for Information is sent to you for revision. When you click into that email, you'll find some basic information as well as an additional link where you can click to log directly into Unifier, go right into the record at hand, and make any changes. If you don't utilize the link within the email, you can come to your Home tab, and here you'll find all open tasks. There's our RFI task, and you can see that it's been sent back for revision. We'll double-click to open it. The first thing we need to do is accept the task. Now we need to find out why it was sent back to us for revision. We have 2 places to look. First, we'll expand the upper form and scroll down to the comments section. We can see we've been asked for more detail. We may also find comments under General Comments. Click the link and review any notes here. When you've finished, you can close the window. If additional information was requested, then you can simply come back to your question section and enter the additional information. From here, we're ready to send it forward. We'll come to our workflow actions, choose Return to Avalon Bay, or we have the option to cancel the record altogether. We're going to return it to Avalon Bay. We can see in the Action Details section that it's going to go back to the RFI group for Avalon Bay review. Then we click Send. Once Avalon Bay has taken a look at the record, forwarded it on to all applicable parties, and the record is closed, you'll likely receive another email. This time it says you've been copied on the request for information. When you click in, again you'll have a link to help you click into the system quicker. You can also access this record by coming to your Project tab, Construction Field BPs, Submittals and RFIs, and then Request for Information. We'll resort the list and find our RFI right here. To open it, we'll double-click. Within the record, we can expand the upper form and look for comments. We've been advised to see the attached sketch. We'll come to Attachments, and there's the RFI response. You can click in and open the attachment, which will appear as a PDF. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on submitting RFIs. Don't forget there are written instructions available for you in the help section of any process to guide you through the steps. If you require further assistance, reach out to your designated I-Beam support team member.